Okay, let's try this again. Apparently my system decided to do an update right in the middle of the other one, so I apologize for that. I'm going to be on in just a few minutes. I'm going to play a song for you. This is called Regenerate My Dead Pet by the Zombie Dandies. Enjoy. I'm going to go share this to the groups and stuff, and I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Hi, guys. Sorry about the first one. I don't know what the heck happened. But anyways, I'm here filling in for Denise Harris tonight. Hopefully I do her justice. She had to work tonight, and she asked me to fill in. And I'm going to be patching in Jason Boyce here in just a little bit. He's from the Walking Dead Freak Show on Facebook. And we're going to be just discussing some things on the regular The Walking Dead, about cast, rumors, news, and we're also going to be making an announcement for the Walking Dead Freak Show. So, anyways, it'll be fun. Right now I want to discuss the code from Season 4, Episode 11. I was not fond of these episodes. This is really reminding me of the Walk to Terminus. I don't know if it is for anybody else, but it really is for me. It's reminding me of that, where it's like just the individual groups, and now we're going to be taking the trek to Texas, and then we're going to be taking the trek to Alexandria, which is, pretty much proof that they're going to try to mesh these two shows. And I think that these boxes that they're finding on the side of the road is from the colony people, the same ones that gave Maggie. Because remember, the stuff they gave her was in boxes and they had stuff written on them. So there's all kinds of little things like heading towards this, in my eyes anyways. So I think that's what's going to happen. I love these interesting new characters though that they're bringing on the show. The twins just cracked me up. Oh my god. You know, and I love how Morgan just kind of held it just over their head, like, you know, this is what we're doing, and that's it. I absolutely loved it, so, yeah. But basically, the episode starts out where Morgan's in the hurricane, and he's trying to find Alicia, and he's trying to find the other people, and he's trying to, you know, do all these things, and he ends up in this truck, and in this truck there's all these boxes, and it basically says, you know, take what you leave, or take what you need, leave what you don't need. You know, and he found him a bottle of water and him a little peanut butter protein bar, which you remember is what Michonne stole from him in the episode Clear. And she claimed that she didn't do it. So, I thought that was just kind of cool that they added that little nod there. Well, in the process of him being in this truck, the truck takes off. And he ends up somewhere like in Mississippi or something. And he ends up at this truck stop that actually has lights and running water and all these things, and there's all these supplies. And when he gets there, there's a woman on the radio, and she's like just very super friendly, like totally not surprised that there's somebody else there. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, he gets there, and he's poor Morgan, he's taking a dump. Probably like for the first time in months, he's taking a dump on a toilet, you know, with running water. Has toilet paper, and he even has like this magazine that says, you know, for the little toy dog, and he's reading, and all of a sudden you hear, you know, of course it's a rifle, you know, so he's like, can you give me a minute? Of course his pants are down to his ankles and stuff, you know, and he gets out, and there's one of the twins there, he's just got the gun pointed, oh my god, he cracks me up. I could not believe the characters that they're bringing on this show. I mean, it is just crazy to me. So anyways, he gets done, and then his sister, the twin, or what they said, comes down, and oh, hi Ike, yeah, and Ike D is our station manager, he said thank you for filling in, so hi Ike, how you doing? But yeah, so anyways, they get through all this, and they're meeting these people, and Morgan this whole time is trying to talk them into taking him to Virginia, because he thinks these are the people that are doing the boxes. Well, you know, of course, you know, this is a spoiler, guys, if you haven't seen it, but you should have by now. He basically finds out that these people are just taking this stuff like they weren't any of these people. They're just basically like truck drivers, you know, keep on trucking, right? And in the end, after they abandon him, I guess you could say, and with the walkers, because he lied to them about a bridge being out, because he wants them to go to Texas. He wants them to pick up his friends, and he wants to make some stops and stuff like that. So, anyways, I'm getting all kinds of stuff here on my phone. Sorry for the beeps if you're hearing that. Morgan in the end gets his way, and he talks these people into taking him to Texas, and then eventually to Virginia, where he wants to meet up with his friend Rick again. But he told him we're going to make stops along the way, and they're going to hold these boxes. The reason for the quick recap here is these episodes, to me, like I said, it reminds me so much of the Walk to Terminus in The Walking Dead. Remember that in the last place? It's got to be like it's got to be a season 4 thing with these guys, because the last part of season 4, if you remember right, everybody was split up, and then they had like the Walk to Terminus. You know, everybody had their own little story, and they were all split up in these odd groups that, you know, that just didn't really match, and they ended up, you know, all meeting up in Terminus. And I have a feeling this is what's going to happen this season with Fear of the Walking Dead. They're each going to have their own little story, and then eventually they're all going to meet up to go to Virginia. And of course, that's going to be a long story all in itself, too. But This episode I really liked, though, because I did like the fact that that Morgan was able to manipulate these people, just a little bit, and like I said, I love the new characters. I love the new drunk. I love the twins. I mean, if you haven't watched it, you need to, because there are some really funny parts, and there's a lot of little Easter eggs in this episode that kind of pays homage to The Walking Dead. So to me, it's kind of like a precursor to what's about to happen. Because a lot of people are telling me no, but I think this is happening. I think they're going to merge these two shows. And I think it's going to be like a continuation. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to see meshes of characters on both shows once they get to Virginia. And I think it's just going to be like a gigantic Walking Dead versus two separate shows in two separate areas. So, I mean, that's just me. Either that or they're bringing all these people back from Fear to become the victims of the Whisperers, which is another story. So, I don't want to make any announcement. I'll wait till I get Jason on the phone for that. But, yeah, this episode was really fun, I thought, with the truck stops. And then you have, like, the whole mystery of who are these people then? Who were these people that were leaving these boxes? Was it the same people that gave Maggie her box and the knowledge for, windmills and all that other kind of stuff? Because if you remember right, their boxes had writing on them, which a lot of people did not catch. And then, of course, we've got this woman at the end of this episode that's like, she's out to get the people who left these boxes, because for some reason she feels like they did something to her. So she's on her way to Texas, too, because she wants to meet up with Morgan. So she's going to, of course, be the new villain for Fear for a little while. And I have a feeling that, Strand's going to take her down with his wine bottle. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm not going to get into, like, the whole detailed description. I have, like, this whole... This website that'll tell you, like, detail for detail what happened. I mean, we're not getting into that. There was a very cool scene, though, where these people, they got mad at Morgan for lying to them, and they handcuffed him to the top of this van, and they let loose these walkers, and he was surrounded by these walkers. And it was just like Ninja Morgan was set into play, like being activated. And he jumped off this, sorry, my air conditioner keeps kicking on and off, but he had jumped off this van onto this hill, and he had already lost a shoe. They'd already stolen a shoe from him, which is amazing to me. You can squash their damn skulls with a tennis shoe, but, they're strong enough to take your boot off your foot. But anyways, he jumps off, and he's on this hill, and he finds this knife, and he does, like, this typical Ninja Morgan. He's got, like, this street sign, and he's like, just like, slice and dice, and he gets away. But he uses the walkie-talkie that he got from the truck stop to communicate with these people. So, I just thought it was really neat. And like I said, I love the addition of these new characters. I absolutely love it. And next week, we're going to have Owls and Laura, or Naomi, whatever the hell her name is these days. It's going to be their story. And they're looking for John Dory, and it's just going to be great. And I found out that Lou Diamond Phillips, from, Young Guns and several of the La Bamba, several shows, is going to be joining the Fear cast here pretty soon. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's going to have to offer for that. So it's going to be just absolutely fun. But I am definitely into this season. And Jason Boyce, I'm going to get you on the phone here in a minute. You are going to catch up on Fear, buddy. Because, Denise might need you some night for a special guest, or, nights when I can, or Rick Moylan can. You need to be available, my friend. So, anyways, I'm going to be getting him on the horn here in just a few minutes, and we're going to be discussing a few things, and we are going to recap, like, just what he knows about Fear, and things like that, and this big hurricane, and things like that, and then we're going to be going over some of the Walking Dead stuff. So, I think it's going to be... I think Fear the Walking Dead is going to be actually great once they get all these separate storylines out of the way and we get everybody on the trek to Virginia. I hope they make it like a mega universe, and I hope it's just like this mega thing, and they're going to like continue, like have Daryl on Fear and Carol, and they're just going to cross over and do that. I think it's because the Whisper War is huge in the comics, so I have a feeling they're going to need two shows to cover all this. So, but anyways, I want you all to listen to some music for just a minute, and I'm going to come back and I will have Jason Boyce here. So, you all, well, I'm going to pay an homage to the truck that Morgan was in. So here's a little bit of country-fied for you. It's called I Sure Like Your Truck by Zimmerman and the 18-Wheelers. So here you go.
I rode into town about an hour ago. I had to check my pressure. My tank was running low. Next thing I see, in a low-cut tee. That's a sweet little honey saying I sure like your truck. I took off my hat and I smiled right back. I never seen a pair of legs or dangerous curves like that. And I showed her inside. Yeah, I said, let's go for a ride. And then she smiled at me and said, I should like to try. She's taking her time. She's going real slow. She's spinning her hand. A cross-eyed shiny chrome. Well, this old big diesel, it always gave me good luck. But she keeps telling me, I sure like your truck. I got back on the road. This old diesel moves fast. Well, this ain't the first time, and brother, it won't be the last. Then a sweet little will be saying to me, hey mister, I sure like your truck. Yeah, that's a sweet little honey saying, hey mister, well, I sure like your truck.
All right, and welcome back to KBLP LLC, Fear the Walking Dead, even though tonight is going to be more of The Walking Dead, because a certain person that I have on has not even caught up yet, so I did like a really quick recap and kind of said my opinion on it. Everybody, please welcome Jason Boyce from The Walking Dead Freak Show on Facebook to the show. Hello, Jason.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? And yes, for those of you who don't know, Jason has like a really deep accent. Really deep accent. So
it's Arkansas, so yeah.
It's Arkansas. Well, yeah, of course you would.
Yeah.
Basically, tonight we're going to be discussing some predictions and things like that. Like, I think the way Fear the Walking Dead is going right now, even though you haven't caught up, I think they're heading towards mashing the two shows together. I mean,
I've watched up until the mid-season finale, but my Sundays have been really busy the last few weeks, so I ain't had a chance to catch up yet. But I will, just as soon as everything isn't quite so hectic.
Oh, yeah.
But just from what I've read, and I'm not one for, I like spoilers, so I'm not one to not read something, looking ahead. And from what I can tell, Morgan, I think, is a great lead for Fear. So, and I think it's the obvious choice to follow him. I don't know like I said, I haven't watched, and I don't know how quick they're going to move that way, but I think he's the obvious choice to follow back to Alexandria.
Well, yeah, well, it's already, like I said, I'm going to give you some spoilers because I really can't avoid it at this point in time because this is the Fear the Walking Dead podcast. But basically, right now, Morgan's kind of going through this thing where he's trying to get everybody to go to Virginia because he wants to go see his friend Rick to tell him that he's right. So all this is leading up to this, but right now in this show, there's like this huge hurricane, so everybody's separated. So it's kind of like this whole terminus thing. Remember the last part of season 4 of The Walking Dead? They had the trek to terminus, which I hated.
Yeah, I still don't know why that was not every episode, but it had some good episodes in that season.
Well, yeah, that's true because like when Carol had to kill Lizzie, and I think that the point where Daryl burned down the cabin, even though the Beth monster was there, I still love that episode. But anyways, yeah, there is, like this one, they are introducing some really cool characters, Jason. You are gonna absolutely love it. Of course, this season, I'm sure you've already heard that all of us women are just like, just overheating over John Dory, i.e. not why. So.
Yeah, but what a great character he is for.
Oh yeah.
For the apocalypse.
Oh yeah, he is. He is just perfect. I mean, he's like this gunslinger, but he's also got a heart, and he's like one of the most perfect characters I've seen. Him and Morgan saved that show. I'll just say it.
Yeah. Yeah, they did, and I can't remember the guy's name offhand, but I've seen him in a few other shows. I recently just watched him on, what was the show on HBO?
I don't know.
Give me just a second, and I'll think about it. He was on there, and he played a villain on that show.
He's played in so many shows, and he played in comedy shows. He's played so many things. He's just one of those actors. He can just whatever he puts his mind to, he can just do it.
It was Deadwood that I followed him on.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, and wasn't the mom on there too? I'm pretty sure she was.
Yeah, she was on there. She played. She was good on there too.
Well, yeah. I know I talked a lot of crap about Madison, the character, but I mean, she's the actress. I don't hate her. I love her. She's played in so many shows that were great. Fear the Walking Dead just was not one of them for me. Her character, I did not like it. So.
Well, the way the show was heading, really, I wasn't going to watch going into season 3. But
I remember. I remember fighting you tooth and nail on this because I'm an admin on his Facebook group, and I fought him tooth and nail. I was like, we need to be advertising, because I'm like one of these diehard, like, well, if Kirkman did it, we have to support it. And Jason's like, no, I'm not.
Well, the whole starting off, they didn't have no one. Well, very few characters you actually really felt anything for it when it started.
Yeah. Well, I think they just tried to go too far. Well, yeah, and they tried to go too far the other way because the Walking Dead fans were used to this Georgia grit, just dirt grunge. I mean, just, they were always in the mix and they were never, you know what I mean? Like, we never really saw it right from the beginning. We saw it after when they were just all in the mix of, like, doing their own laundry and scrounging for food and their hair always oily and dirty, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then it's like Fear starts, and here you've got like this yuppie couple, and you've got their kids, and one's a drug addict. It just didn't fly with the fans.
Look at the way the two shows started. The very first episode, and I still remember it. I even have it in the black and white.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
First episode, it shows Rick and Shane talking in the police car before the chase, and of course the gunshot. And then you follow this guy. It starts following Rick, who wakes up in the middle of basically a nightmare, and he don't know what the hell is going on. If they would have followed something similar.
Well, I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to fill in the holes of like what would happen from point A to where you are now in an apocalypse. Like, you know, there were some of them in season 1 of Fear the Walking Dead, like them bombing the cities. I mean, the visuals of that were just stunning. I mean, when they were on the boat, you know, going away, and you could just see everything going up in flames, and like the fact that one house where they were doing the flashlight, that the government people went and shot that person, and you know, and I do believe that's the kind of stuff that would happen. You know.
Well, yes, and my biggest complaint with Fear when it started, they did not take their time with the stories.
Yeah.
Everybody complains about The Walking Dead, too much stories. But to me, that's what makes it good. If you would have done that with Fear, you have the rides kicking in, the panic.
Yeah.
Take your time and do it right. That could have been outstanding.
Yeah, see, and that's what they're doing now, and that's what I love about it. I love that every character now, you kind of get to know them. You get to know their story. You get to know what's going on with them. And I love that. I love these people. I mean, and these new characters are just phenomenal. I mean, Al, and what's cool is how they just leave like these little breadcrumbs of information. Like Al, she's a reporter on the new Fear, and she's always taking footage of people, and there's actually a tape in one of her bags that says Abe and the Doctor or something like that, which is kind of, you know, hinting that was Abraham and Eugene, that she had actually taped them at one time.
That would be a nice throwback to see them. Yeah,
I think so. I think so too. So I think once we get to Alexandria with these characters, and I really do, because I was wondering how they were going to do this, because the Whisperer War in the comics is huge, which you know. It's like this larger-than-life thing that's about to happen, and I don't see how one show can actually cover. So I think they might need more characters to cover what's about to happen.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see what happens going into the new season. I kind of get an idea of what the first half is going to be about.
Oh, yeah.
But once the second half hits, what's going to happen? Because I figure that's when we're going to meet the Whisperers. Something will happen.
Oh yeah,
it kind of worries me. Are we good with spoilers on here?
Okay, just so everybody knows, we are going to be I'm going to say it again. We are discussing spoilers tonight, as well as like rumors and things like that. So if you do not want to know, you need to turn it off now, because we are going to be discussing some things. So, fair warning, here we go. All right, go ahead, sorry.
All right, well, leading in, there's something that happens. I'll just go out. You find some heads.
Yes.
In the comics, we know it's the King, and it's, the Hispanic chick.
Rosita is her name. She's one of my favorite characters.
Rosita, yeah, I love Rosita. I don't know why. I
was going to say, you're always talking about how hot she is. How could you forget her name?
Well, it's my first time on a podcast. So,
I know, you're nervous.
Yeah. But here's what I almost don't want this to happen, but the way it's leading, we might actually see a Rick and Maggie.
Now, see, I don't see that. I don't see that, and let me tell you why. Because I don't think they're going to take Maggie off the show. I think they're just going to like put her on the back burner, kind of like she was in the comics for a little while.
And I think one of them is going to be on the post.
You think so?
I kind of do.
Oh, I hope not.
I've heard rumors, and we ain't going to know until it gets there.
Well, yeah.
I don't think most of them will be, but I've heard rumors of one of them not showing a death, of course, just kind of getting pushed back. Then I think they'll eventually reappear.
Yeah.
I don't think that's Maggie.
Huh.
You could possibly see a Rick. You could possibly see Rick disappear and eventually show back up, but I don't think it'll be Maggie. I don't know. It's hard to tell right now. But I think it's a strong. I'm not saying it will happen. I think it's a strong possibility that we
yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. We don't know, because we also know that this show does not follow the comics to the T. They follow it generally, but you know, like in the comics, you know, Carl's very much alive, Sophia's very much alive, you know, Andrea was very much alive till not too long ago, but she survived a lot longer than she did on the show. So, and in the comics, people have changed roles. Like Carol is Michonne's role, and Michonne has taken Andrea's role. So I mean, it's just like that they have so many things jumbled, but that's good because then people like us can't just keep guessing on what's going on. You know?
Well, that keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, it does. It does. And we are definitely one of those spoiler people. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna say this. This is the God's honest truth. Anybody, if you're listening from AMC or you're listening from anywhere else, I'm gonna tell you something about spoilers. A lot of us out here, it's just like a fun game with us. We see the spoilers and we watch the episodes. We want to see like how much things were true. It doesn't deter us from watching the episodes. In fact, it actually probably brings more people to your show. So, just saying that right there. I mean, we don't do any spoilers. I mean, like we're not in charge of any. So, if anybody starts coming after us, we don't know anybody in the business. We just go on like what we read online and things like that. So.
Well, I like making my own guess.
Oh yeah.
What they think will happen, and then watching the episode to see exactly what went down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I still think that one guy is just a murdering jerk, which you and I have differed on that. I think his true motives are going to come to light this season, because I think it's going to. Oh God, now I can't think of his name. The one that I think killed Carl and Tobin and all them.
Oh, the doctor.
Yes, the doctor. I think that he's working for somebody, because it was just too mysterious to me that all those people died at the same time and they all became walkers at the same time. And Carl got 10 times worse when he gave Rick that quote unquote medicine for him. So I really think that he killed all those people.
It could be. I don't see. I mean, I do think there is going to end up being a spy. I don't think. Is he Saeed? Is that who we're talking about?
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know that he's a spy.
Well, in the comics, he kind of knows the Whisperers and he kind of works with them a little bit. But he turns out to be a good guy in the comics. But like I said, the show also goes flip-flops from the comics too. You know, so it might be the opposite. He might end up being a bad guy. But I'm just... Oh, and I am so excited. Oh, my God. Ryan Hurst is going to be playing Beta. I am, like, just beside myself. That is, like, you couldn't get a more perfect person to play that role. I would have never thought of him to play that role just because it just didn't, you know, because I'm so used to him playing Benji on Sons of Anarchy. You know, he was such a nice guy. And it's like, but now I'm picturing it, and it's so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll fit. He's got the size. He can definitely pull off the acting part. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but I have to remiss with the Whisperer War coming up. What we are missing with Carl and the possible.
Oh yeah, because they've already cast the character that's supposed to be his love interest, which is Alpha's daughter. So, I'm really curious, but then again, they're also doing a time jump. Again, spoilers, people. Which, you know, you probably know already. The Walking Dead's going to be doing a major time jump. They're talking, like, what was it, like 18 months, something like that they're talking?
I heard a year and a half.
Oh, a year and a half, yeah, 18 months, yeah.
And if you've seen previews, that's kind of what I like about the upcoming show. If you watch the previews, they're kind of taking it back. You know, everything that works for us now, 3 years into the zombie apocalypse is now falling apart. So you see them with the wagons. You know,
absolutely, where they're kind of having to start over, you know, so.
Yeah, guns aren't going to be as prevalent. You'll probably see more hand-to-hand weapons. I think that's where Daryl's going to come in more handy with his bow. So,
yeah.
Yeah, they're taking it back. So it'll be nice to see how they pull everything together.
Oh, I think so too. I think it's going to be absolutely great. So, but I'm really looking forward to them bringing the Whispers, and I'm looking forward to this time jump. I have a feeling it's gonna do that whole flip flop, forward, backwards, sideways thing where you know what I mean. They're gonna show them in the past and the future, past, future, past, future, before we actually get to it.
Oh, and they always do that.
Yeah, they've done it forever.
Time jumpers. Yeah.
They've done it forever.
The flash forwards and the flashbacks, they are definitely all about.
Oh yeah.
So, and I've seen a few of the other additions to the cast. I don't know any names offhand. We've already talked about Beta coming in. We know who Alpha's going to be.
Yes. And her, she's perfect.
Yeah. And there's some other members being brought in too, which I think will. Once Rick leaves, some of these people are going to have to step up, because to me, somebody is going to have to take the weight of Rick, because I'll be honest, Rick is still the heart of the show. Everyone else can say what they want about the other characters, but it's going to be a completely different show when Rick gets gone.
Oh, I totally agree, and it's going to be so hard to see Andrew Lincoln leave that show. It is going to be it's going to be heartbreaking, because I don't know if they're going to kill him. I don't know if they're going to have him leave with Morgan. Like, if Michonne's something's going to happen with Michonne that's going to drive Rick away. I don't know, because I've heard so many rumors of everything. And again, we're talking spoilers and rumors, nothing confirmed, people. So if you're just tuning in, this is not anything set in concrete. But I've also heard rumors in the underground that Michonne is actually going to die. And that's going to send Rick into, like, just crazy mode, and he's going to leave. So.
And that's possible, too.
I don't know, because, Denai's popularity, I mean, with, like, the Avenger movies and all this, I mean, she is just such a, she is a sensational actress anyways, and she's done so many movies and so many things that I'm wondering if at some point in time she's going to have to put The Walking Dead on the back burner.
I don't see no other way around it. I know Rick is Andrew Lincoln. Sorry, I know Andrew Lincoln is leaving for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand. But personal reasons for him. But I think Danae is she's going to be really busy. We already know she has a future ahead of her in the Marvel universe.
Oh yeah, and it's set in stone because she didn't disappear in the last Avengers movie, so she's going to be a big part of the next one. So
the same way for Lauren, though.
Yes.
She's got movies coming out.
Yeah, she was just in that movie with Mark Wahlberg recently. I mean,
exactly. And I still haven't watched it, but she also had her pilot picked up. So
yeah.
That's what's good about The Walking Dead. Everyone that leaves The Walking Dead has a stable career. Look, I am still excited about the future of The Punisher.
Oh, me too. Oh my God, I love that show. It's awesome.
Yeah, he fits perfectly inside of Netflix's little Marvel universe. He fits perfectly as The Punisher.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been who I would have chose to begin with. But watching him in Daredevil and, of course, his own show,
yeah,
outstanding. He's outstanding.
Well, it's kind of like what I said about Ryan Hurst with Beta. He's not somebody I would have actually thought of for that role. But once they suggested it, now I can't unsee it. You know what I mean? I cannot unsee him as being Beta now. He's just perfect.
Well, that's what's good about John Bernthal.
Yeah, Bernthal.
He has the chops to do anything. So
yeah, he does.
Right in, do the Punisher.
Yeah, and he's a great actor too. I mean, I've seen him in so many movies that he was in a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. The Wolf of Wall Street and all that, and he played. He was kind of a slimy guy in that movie, but he did a really good job at it. I guess he just plays a really good job at playing that role, but yeah, he did good.
These guys are just great actors. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And they're like I said, there's always rumors floating around. There's always spoilers, and nothing's ever set in stone. Because trust me, AMC's keeping a lot of stuff very close to their hip now, very close.
Well, the only thing that boggles my mind, kind of drives me a little insane. I don't know if they knew about it beforehand. But the only complaint I have is if they knew Andrew Lincoln was thinking of leaving the show, why did you kill off Carl?
Well, I don't think that this is just my opinion. I think them killing Chandler Riggs' character off, Carl, is one of the main reasons Andrew Lincoln's leaving, whether he's saying it or not. I think that's a lot of it because, you got to think that this guy's been basically like this kid's surrogate father for God knows how many years now, And it's like he's seen him grow up from like this little tiny kid to, to a man. And it's like, and the way they did Chandler Riggs was very dirty, like just like right after his birthday or right before, oh, hey, by the way, we're firing you.
Well,
so
we talked about the spoilers leading up to that for a couple of months.
Honest to God, if somebody would, I would have bet money that they weren't going to do it. I did not think they would ever do anything that dumb.
I swore up and down to multiple people, and
I did too.
that Carl was not going anywhere just because Chandler Riggs had a set in stone from every angle. He had a storyline that could have led them through to the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
but I think that they were trying to justify Negan staying alive, but they could have just stuck with what the comics did and kept him alive.
Exactly. There was no sense in deviating that far.
No.
You could have kept Negan alive and kept Carl. I didn't believe it when I heard it. Of course, I didn't.
I didn't either because I thought for sure. I'm like with Norman Reedus there. I thought for sure Chandler Riggs was going to be the last man standing on that show.
Well, even when he was bit, we had discussions of it being a human bite, a whisperer bite.
Oh yeah, because wasn't torn off flesh. Oh yeah, we were. It's like they said we were trying to do like any kind of trigonometry to try to piece together.
We did.
Why he could be alive. But yeah, I honest to God didn't think they would ever be that dumb to do that, but they were. So
But I think if you look at the cast moving ahead, I don't know what's going to happen with Lauren yet, but we know Rick is going to be absent, of course. We don't know what's going to happen with Danae.
Yeah.
But Carol and Daryl are still going to be around, and what I'm excited for is the possibility of, let's just say Morgan and his new crew does make it back to Alexandria.
Oh, it's going to be so
That
great.
episode when Morgan makes it back and he realizes that Rick is either gone or Rick has passed. That will be a great TV moment, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just hoping that he makes it back before it happens, because I really want that, because I have a feeling that Morgan's going to be maybe some kind of leader, or maybe even like John Dory, because John Dory, I mean, you got to catch up, mister. John Dory is like one of the greatest characters like ever.
I'm into it this past weekend.
Yes, catch up. I have not been excited about Fear the Walking Dead in a very long time, and I was super, super, super excited about these new characters. I mean, just so great, and even Strand, the way they've revamped him into like this like, just like this drunk, just like, I don't care, let it be the apocalypse, bro. I've got my wine. He's so great.
That was the only way for him to move forward. He started off as this,
kind of
nobody knew anything about Strand.
Yeah, he's a scoundrel.
Everyone knew he was a badass, but you didn't know anything else about
Yeah,
Strand.
and he was kind of like a scoundrel, and then you kind of got to see the softer side when you seen his husband, and and he was very tender with him, attentive to his care, and things like that. But then just suddenly it was just like, he became like Madison's lapdog, and I hated that. I hated that, because Strand's so much more than that. His character's just great.
Yeah, they didn't show them off as much as being really close friends.
Yeah.
As what you said, Madison's lapdog.
Yeah, I never seen them as like compadres or anything. Because to me, Madison would have dumped him in a pit in 2 seconds, I think. Just to,
which, I'm surprised Madison saved him. Really, I was.
yeah, I was too, because I really didn't think she would. But I think if it was like in a different situation, she wouldn't have. But yeah, I seen him more as just becoming like her little lapdog more than a character. And saying his character is so strong. And oh my God, that man's voice, I could listen to it for hours. He needs to do inspirational CDs or something. I would buy them.
Well, he's got the deep voice.
Yeah, he does. He's got that voice that's just so smooth. He could do these inspirational tapes, and I'd just be sitting there falling asleep to it. I would, but
following a Morgan Freeman.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
He could definitely be the new Morgan Freeman for sure. But and he just recently did a play not too long ago, so that was kind of cool. And he's going to be directing a Fear coming up. So
that's good.
Heck yeah, and he's been doing some writing for Fear too. So I'm really excited about that. Like I said, Fear to me right now, I'm actually excited for Fear the way I am about the the original Walking Dead at this point. It's actually gotten me to, even though I don't like this separation walk determinist bullshit that they're doing right now, but
Yeah, that's what AMC does.
Yes, they do, because they want us keep us coming back for more.
Well, the fans just want the family to get together.
Exactly.
You can't give the fans what they want for some reason.
No, well, if they just kept everybody, nobody'd ever die, and then you'd get bored to death, because then they would be like, it's just the same story over and over again. Well, yeah, because you don't want anybody to die.
Exactly.
So, but who do you see being the new leader of Alexandria at this point?
Everybody says it's going to be Daryl, but I think it's going to have to end up being Carol.
Well, they better do something really seriously different with him then, because for the last season, Daryl's character really didn't do anything, so kind of sit in the shadows, and then he'd have something weird to say at the end of every episode, he had four words.
Well, Daryl had it rough though. He was separated from his group he went through hell.
Yeah, he did. That's very true. He did kind of had the life beaten out of him, literally, so. And,
I'm anxious to see what direction leading up to Andrew Lincoln's departure. I'm anxious to see the on-screen time with Rick and Daryl.
Oh, yeah.
They've always been bros. But as you saw at the end of last season, I don't think Daryl is feeling him as much as a bro anymore, so.
Oh, yeah, because you see for the previews that they're just kind of, not getting along, so. I hope before it ends, though, that it's going to be like a Lancelot thing, you know what I mean? Like before King Arthur bites it, Lancelot's going to show up, which is Daryl, and kind of help him out before he goes, because I would hate the thought of them not being united before Andrew Lincoln leaves the show.
Well, and I think Carol and Daryl, of course, will be the two leads of the show. But Carol may not exactly be Alexandria's leader. I have a feeling something will happen, and Rick and Daryl will come to terms with each other. Now, like we said, we don't know if Rick is going to die or if he's just going to disappear. But something will happen, and I think Daryl may feel obligated to step up and lead Alexandria in Rick's departure.
I think at this point, the only thing that could really make them go that direction, I really think is something happened to Carol, which I really don't want it to, or I think it's going to be something major, because, and by the way, I love the whole uniting of, I mean, we don't know if it's true, we just seen in pictures they were hugging, but if it's true, King Ezekiel and Carol together, I am all for it. I am so happy.
You're all for it and so happy now, but...
I am. I know, but if the comics play out, it's not going to be so happy.
Think about everything Carol's been through up to this point.
Yeah.
where she's going with the king. The king, as Rick would say.
Yeah, the Kang.
Can she really handle something
Losing.
of that?
Yeah, or having a relationship and then losing him. Because
No, look, if they fall in love and the comics play out in the show, and going up to this point, the chances of the comics playing out like this are slim to none.
yeah.
Just from the show's recent diversion from the comics. But if it plays out like the comics, I don't know that Carol can
Handle it.
I don't know how Carol will react. If,
Well, I'm wondering if her actual, like, her comic death in the comics is going to come true if something like that happens to him. Do you know? Well, you seen her face when Tobin was somebody she was just kind of hooking up with, and she didn't care about him, but when he turned, you could see on her face it bothered her a lot, She actually cared about the guy, so I think that really screwed with her when Tobin turned.
Well,
So,
every person Carol comes in contact with,
yeah, that's true.
it's a destiny.
She's definitely like the baby, man. If you think about it, she's just like Judith. Anybody that comes in contact with Judith, they die. That's her babysitter, and anybody that comes, that decides to love Carol ends up dead.
Exactly. What was the kid's name from Alexandria?
Sam.
Sam. I'll tie you up to a tree and let them on. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I'll tie you to a tree. Nobody will hear you screaming. Well, somebody will hear you screaming. She was so rotten.
Think about where that conversation she had with Sam led.
Yeah.
Sam ended up freaking out. Mid
That's true.
zombie walk, So,
Yeah.
like I said, Carol's a death sentence.
Yeah, she is. She is. I mean, like I said, she's like Judith. Anybody that babysits Judith ends up gone.
Yeah,
So
makes you wonder.
it
About
does.
Judith's future too. So,
Well, yeah, they're gonna show Judith, and then you got that other baby too, the one that Rick found. Where's she at? I know Rick was feeding her in that last episode.
Aaron disappeared, and I think ended up. Well, did Aaron not show up? Let's see.
Well,
Aaron
Aaron left, and then he put Rick in charge of the baby again, and Rick was actually feeding the baby at one point in time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so it was. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. And then of course, like I said, spoiler alert again. We all know what happens with Jesus and Aaron in the comics, So I foresee that happening. I hope it does, actually.
Actually, I don't anymore. I thought it may.
I think it would be great.
Yeah.
Because I would love to see Jesus go into, like, his ninja mode again. Paul Monroe, that's his name, That's his real name, by the way.
We haven't seen it enough.
Yeah, we've seen it at the very beginning, but then they didn't show it anymore. Then he became, like, this passive-aggressive, we must all love each other and not, and not fight.
He had one good showdown with Morgan.
Yeah, he did.
Which was a great part. What a great scene. But they haven't went in depth enough with Jesus, and I think they're doing that for a reason. I don't think Jesus will be around much longer.
Yeah, I've heard that too. That he's gonna be one that goes. So I kind of hope not, though, because I really wanted him. I wanted the rumor about or the comic version of him and Aaron to come to light. But we'll see. But then again, Aaron might turn into the badass.
Well, everyone talks about Jesus and his slow story mode, which is how I like to do it, because he's all about peace. It seems like now. Everyone talks about that, but I think where the group was at a certain point, especially with Maggie and Daryl at the end, them talking to Jesus, I think Jesus has got to be the one to. I don't know. He's got to step to the side and lean towards Rick's side when push comes to shove. Because
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a showdown with Rick and Maggie.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Now, one thing that people are forgetting about, and I really think that he's really gonna end up doing something big on the show, is Eugene.
Oh, he will.
Oh yeah, and I see it happening on the show. People aren't talking, but I think that's gonna be like their little surprise, you know, like when the show comes back and Eugene's like this badass that's like taking care of things, you know. So
Well,
I think that's gonna be really good. I kind of hope they don't change him too much though, because I love the quirky Eugene that they have on the show.
Well, it seems like they're keeping him from what I've seen at the sanctuary. So we'll
Yeah.
see. I don't know if he's in a leadership capacity. I'm sure he is.
Oh, he
But,
would
yeah,
have
we'll
to
see.
be.
Yeah.
He would
So we'll
have
see
to
how that
be.
plays out.
Yeah, and like I said, there's so many people that I have so many questions about that, like Tara and Rosita, and I'm hoping Rosita doesn't meet the fate that she does in the comics because I love her character. So
Well, I always look at it with this: so many rumors of so many characters. They can't kill everyone, so.
yeah, that's true. Well, I was one of the ones that was pulling for a Rakita. I wanted a Rick Rosita. Nobody else wanted that. They didn't want to see it. So.
Well, I always thought, I know they had their struggles in the comics, but I honestly always thought Rick and Maggie would have made a great couple too.
Now there's rumors floating around that it's going to be Daryl and Maggie.
I don't think Daryl has the balls to make a move on any female.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe not his sexual interest, but I just don't think
Maybe.
Daryl
Well, maybe he'll end up with there. And yeah, I never even thought about that. That's very possible.
Well, I think Daryl's just a 40-year-old virgin that really never knew what he wanted.
Yeah, anything's possible, anything's possible. And then, like I said, but then you have these characters, and I'm hoping they do it. I'm every day, I'm like, please let them just, to focus on merging these two characters. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the two shows with Morgan and Al. And I would love to see John Dory and Alexandra. That would just be so fabulous. I would love to see it. I would love
That would
to.
be perfect. And they're talking about another spin-off.
Yeah.
And my thoughts on that are, I don't know that they'll necessarily come to a point to where they'll want 3 spin-offs. I think you may see Fear and The Walking Dead combined, and then you'll have another spin-off.
Well, see, I heard that the spin-off isn't going to be like on AMC, though, that it's going to be AMC oriented, but it's going to be online. That it's going to be like a Netflix type thing.
Yeah, I'm not excited about the whole phase now of everything being all access.
Yeah.
Of course, we see that with Star Trek.
But that's the way things are going. I mean, it's just something you got to accept, I hate to see that, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't have to accept it, but,
Well, you do if you want to watch it.
Look, you know how big of a Star Trek fan I am.
Yeah, I know. And you don't watch it.
I watched Discovery one time.
Oh, wow. That's kind of
the first
crazy.
episode because it was on CBS.
Well, and of course it had a Walking Dead alumni on there too, so you had to.
Well, and I didn't.
Sasha.
No, the actress that plays Sasha is a great actress. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't watch for Sasha. I watched for Star Trek.
Well, I watched for Star Trek and for Sasha because to me that's like nerd royalty. Right there,
Yeah.
That's like soup. That's kind of like Denai with her Avengers, thing, and John Barathon. To me, that's like they just reached nerd royalty status to me, and it's the same with it's the same with the ones that Maggie and God, no, what the hell is wrong with me? Anyways, she played on Supernatural and The Walking Dead. That's also nerd royalty for me. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, same thing. He played Papa Winchester on Supernatural, and then he went over and did The Walking Dead, nerd royalty. So,
Yeah, but if you look at Morgan, the actor that plays Morgan, he is so fantastic in everything he's done. I still go back to the movie. I can't remember the name. It's the very first thing I saw him on. It's got Brad Pitt in it. He's the fighting Irishman.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Anyway, Morgan plays a big part. I call him Morgan, but
Yeah.
he's a big part in that movie.
His name's Lenny, but yeah.
Lenny, yeah. So, but yeah, he's fantastic in just about everything he does. So.
Oh yeah, for sure he is. Well, they all are. I mean, there's so many that do so many things on that show, and they've done so many things before. Well, like even on Fear the Walking Dead, Jenna Elfman, she is like just this fabulous actress. I mean, she, from the Dharma Greg and all that, she's been such a good, actress for so long and playing so many things. She's on Fear the Walking Dead, and she did just a great, and she's killing it,
Dharma and Greg, that was my first Jenna Elfman experience, and I was.
Were you in love?
She was my crush.
Oh yeah, you would love her on this show too. She is badass. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
She's a little kind of crazy, but it's a good kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's what she's known for playing. So.
Yeah, it's not comedy crazy. I mean, she's like gone crazy, but it's good.
Yeah.
But it's good for the show. You know what I mean? She is really good. She's
Well,
pissing me off the way she's treating my man, but that's all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look what they've experienced. I don't know that you can go through a zombie apocalypse and not keep your mind.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I don't know. Well, you think about just how so many of us are just reliant on our phones and things like that just to have it all taken away at once. We would lose our shit. Yeah. Sorry, I cursed. But yeah, you would lose your mind.
Yeah. No one can go without their phones nowadays. But the more I think about, the more I've watched The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, I've come to realize the one thing I think that I would miss more than anything
What's
is
that?
hot showers.
Oh God, yes. Well, but you know what though? You could get water and you could heat it up and then put it through a system and take a hot shower. It just wouldn't be as easy to do.
Yeah, it's not a zombie apocalypse hot shower is not the same as my shower.
Yeah,
So,
just turn on the faucet and go. Yeah, that's true.
exactly.
You don't want to have to heat up your shower water.
Yeah.
Take
Oh,
a
and another thing is
45 minutes just to take a 5-minute shower. Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing too would be the food. I'm a picky eater now as it is, so I would have my struggles in the zombie
The only thing
apocalypse.
he posts on Facebook ever is meat. He'll show like these pictures of his grill. There's like 4 different kinds of meat on his grill.
That's I gotta be able to eat.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta have your protein.
I could not be a vegetarian. So you see Alexandria, you see them leading to the farmer side growing food.
Oh
I
yeah.
would have to start a ranch and find some kind of animal to grow. So,
Oh, I know you would. You would have to have your cows and pigs. You'd be
yeah.
and your chicken too. And then you'd have to find a way to make taco pizza too, cause.
Well, the biggest issue for me would be not being able to get a cheeseburger. So I can do with a lot of stuff, but I don't know that I can do without cheeseburgers.
Yeah. I don't know. There'd be a lot of things that I would miss, because I'm, even though I'm not spoiled, I am. So, for absolute sure.
Everybody gets spoiled on something.
Exactly. All right. I'm going to take just a quick break here, and when we come back, we're going to make a couple announcements for the group from Walking Dead Freak Show, and we will be right back. Let me see. I'm actually gonna, because you guys probably didn't get to hear this at the beginning, I'm gonna play the Regenerate My Dead Pet song again. So enjoy. We'll be right back.
soars like a raptor. Oh yes, I loved her, but a drug took her away. No, I'd like to see her again. Regenerate my dead pet. Reanimate my doggy dog. Regenerate my dead pet. Reanimate my doggy dog again. So full of fleas, she wasn't at ease, but she liked to eat cheese, looking for people to scratch her belly while watching the telly. Now she looks a little flat, smelling like a rat. No, she doesn't bark anymore, she's rotten to the core. Oh yes, I loved her, but a drug took her away. Now I'd like to see her again. Regenerate my dead pet. Reanimate my doggy dog. Regenerate my dead pet. Reanimate my doggy dog again. Regenerate my dead pet. Reanimate my doggy dog. Regenerate my dead pet. Give life back to my doggy dog again.
Okay, and welcome back. Sorry, the song just kind of ended abruptly there. We were having a conversation about me working nights. I work nights, and I stay up all night on my nights off. And what were you about to say about it, Jason?
I was talking about you still working nights. I used to prefer working nights, but as I get older, and of course I have a growing teenage daughter that drives me insane. But
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, when my kids were teenagers, it was a lot harder to work nights.
yeah, which
So-
I used to prefer it when I was younger. But it gets harder to get sleep during the day the older you get. So
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. All right, so basically the recap of tonight's episode of Fear is just we're basically all trekking towards, eventually going to be trekking towards Alexandria. That's what it looks like anyways. Morgan's fixing to do a roundup. He's going to round up all, he's heading back to Texas right now to get his people, and then he's going to go back to Alexandria. He's got himself a big old semi with trailers. He's got food. He's got supplies. So he is on his way. So I do believe the mashup between Fear and The Walking Dead is about to happen. So we're gonna.
I wouldn't expect it too soon. He's got a
No.
long road ahead of him.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like the Walk to Terminus. It's gonna be like 12 episodes before they ever even get to the
No.
outskirts of Alexandria.
You'll see I promise you'll see a good season and a half before he makes it.
You
to,
think so? See, I think it's going to be this season. I think that they're going to show, like, the other stories. Like, they're going to show Al and Laura's story. Well, Naomi. And then they're going to... Because they already showed Alicia and Charlie, which you don't know these people, but you will. Alicia and Charlie, they already showed their story. They showed Morgan's story today. They're going to show Al's story, Al and Laura's season next time. And then the next time they're going to show John Dory, because they know that's who everybody wants to see. So they're going to find him. So there's going to be a couple more episodes, and then they're going to start all getting together again.
Yeah,
I
but the
really
only
see
way
that
to
happening.
The only way to feasibly make that happen is if Fear also does a time jump.
Yeah. Well, I don't see really how that's possible, because when Morgan left, Morgan left Fear, right? It was right after the war ended. And he was on the road for a long time. But the producer said he was only for a couple months. But how was he able to grow an eggplant in that time? I mean, I guess it's a couple months, but
I think he went through a full year. I think his trek into Fear the Walking Dead, I think it took him a year. In my personal opinion, because you saw that all the seasons changed. So.
Well, another thing that might happen too is they might take Fear, and Fear's gonna, like, once they all get together, Fear's gonna stop as they drive to Virginia, and then they're gonna bring The Walking Dead on, and then I think they're gonna like have, like once Fear starts up again next year, I think they're gonna show the time jump. Like it took, yes, I think it might be something like that. But I am so looking forward to this mashup. I hope it happens. I would love it if it happened. I would absolutely love it. So, but
it'll happen eventually. I don't want everyone to. I just think, like I said, the only way I think it'll feasibly happen is if Fear does a time jump as well. So.
Yes. Yeah, and I think it's going to happen because they did it this year, so I think it's going to happen again. I think, well, then you think about that. That's a good way to introduce new characters and to make old characters older, is to do these time jumps. So that way you're not doing the same storyline over and over and over and over again.
Well, and you got time to do it, because when The Walking Dead comes back, we're going to have a time jump.
Yeah.
And then what you may actually see leading up to the convergence of the two shows, you may still see another full season of Fear as they arrive with the last episode being them arriving back at Alexandria.
Oh,
and then The Walking Dead open back up and everyone's together.
Oh yeah, like the time jump. They do the time jump together. Exactly. Oh, I didn't think about that. That would be excellent. I would love that. Oh my God, I would so love that. Oh, and then Charlie could also be older too. The character Charlie, the kid, and then she might be the one that interacts with Alpha's daughter versus Carl too, because we always just assume that it's going to be that. It could be something else. So.
Yeah, but there's my complaint about this whole scenario. Is if I don't see someone's eye socket get licked, I'm gonna be.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you guys have to read the comics for that one. Yeah, that was definitely something else.
Could you imagine that on national TV?
Oh God, no! They would have a fit. Oh my gosh.
That might be why they decided to get rid of Carl, so they didn't have to do the whole eye licking. So.
Yeah, because in the comics, for most of you who don't know, Alpha in the Whisperers, the leader is named Alpha, and it's a woman, and she has a daughter. And what's her daughter's name again? I forget. Anyway, Lydia. Lydia, and she gets with Carl, and she actually, like, in the comic, she licks his, because, he had the missing eye, she licks his eye socket. It's like, yeah, for people that think The Walking Dead is really, really bad, you have no idea how much they actually tone it back. The comics are 10 times worse. So.
Oh, the TV show, compared to the comics, the TV show is G-rated. So.
Yeah, it really is. It's definitely, well, maybe like PG, but yeah, the comics is probably pushing NC-17 at this point, because it's gotten really bad. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's going to be a lot that's going to be left out. But okay, so let's see, what do we got coming up here? Well, we want to make an announcement, and I'll let you make the announcement. We do this every year at the Walking Dead Freak Show. Well, we've done it for about, 3 years now?
I think we've done it.
Or is it the 4th year?
This will be the 4th year. The group is going on its 5th year.
Yeah, and we did it.
Being a group. Yeah.
So, and that.
We started the group. We're going into the 5th year, and time slips my mind, so I don't remember if I started Freak Show at the end of season 3 or if it was the middle of season 4.
It was season 3. I know that for sure. I'm pretty sure it was.
I thought it was the end of season 3, but yeah, we are going on our 5th season. 4 years of doing what we call the Walking Dead Freak Show Scavenger Hunt.
Yep, a not so average scavenger hunt.
Yeah. So, but it's just a fun hunt. Me and Michelle get together. Sometimes we do trivia. Michelle usually finds something oddball to get their groups into, whether it be dressing up. She also used to do fun little actual scavenger hunts to where she would send people out and about.
I'm thinking I'm going to bring that back this year because a lot of people missed that for the end. So.
Well, you could do a whole day of just finding things that are leaned more towards Rick. You know, start with a band. There's so much stuff you could do with just Rick. Finding articles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pertaining to Rick, yeah.
Yeah, because
So
we.
basically.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just said we did it for Carl the last time, so.
Yeah. So basically, it's just a week-long fun fest of different activities. Everyone gets on during the day, and we have different activities. Every activity has a point system related to it. Each activity you do, you get so many points, and everything's tallied up at the end of the week. And we usually try to do it the week leading up to the Walking Dead premiere. And usually, it's kind of slack back a little bit, of course. It seems like the longer the show goes on, the less people get involved. But it's still fun for the people that do hang around and do it.
Yes.
But we always have great prizes. It's free to play. All you got to do is be in the group and sign in every day and see what the activities are. So.
Yeah, so that's The Walking Dead. And it's like there'll be like a little hyphen freak show on Facebook. All you gotta do is join the group, and we're gonna have this year. The only thing we're gonna do different this year is we are gonna have like a pre-registration. Like you don't have to do anything. You don't have to provide information. You're just gonna have to type your name into the thing to say that you want to join. And it's gonna be up for an entire month for anybody that wants to do it. So that way we have the names and we have the numbers. Because we don't want to go through all this work for 2 people. So
And look, guys, seriously, there's nothing to it. It's free. Me and Michelle give our own time and money, of course.
Yes, we do.
Or basically, all you have to do is show up. So.
Yes, and these are real prizes, and these aren't like postcards and bookmarks. I mean, which are great prizes too, by the way. I love bookmarks, but we do have good prizes. We have T-shirts, we have novelties, we have the action figures, things like that we give away as prizes, different things. We do it for real, so and that's all you gotta do is just show up and play, and every day we'll have different activities for you to do. We'll have side items. At the end of it, we'll have the daily, like a big scavenger hunt where you gotta go out and find stuff, and everything's done by pictures. Like you have to take pictures. You will, some of the activities you'll have to maybe dress up as your favorite character, but we have allowed people to use their children for this too, and their pets. So you can use your children as your, yes, I love those ones.
Those are the best ones.
I do too. I love when people dress their kids up like, like walkers and stuff. It's great. Because they don't want to be on camera themselves, so they'll make their husbands do it. It's great. So, yeah, everybody, this is the announcement. We're going to be kicking it off soon, and Jason's going to be making a post about it the next few days. We'll keep bumping up the post for a month, and everybody will be able to register and get going, and all of our regular listeners and stuff, or viewers, I guess I should say, members, active ones, we'll do it. I know a few for sure that are probably jumping up and down right now that are like, wahoo! Carrie.
Yeah, they will be.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm going to get some stuff planned out. I've already got some stuff ready for it, which I told you about, so it'll be good.
Well, I think with this year's theme being, of course, Rick, I think I've done it a few times with making videos. I think this year I may bring back I've got 2 ideas in mind. I think one of them are going to be the actual member making a video acting out their favorite Rick moment quote.
Oh, that would be
Of
great.
course, that'll be fun for everyone.
That would be great. Yeah, we do different things, and sometimes it's just bizarre things. Like one year we did Carol's cookies. We made people, wear we had them wear aprons, and they were making Carol's cookies. So it was definitely interesting. So yeah, everybody, and then like I said, it's everybody's welcome, even people with KBLP LLC. If you want to join, you want to do it. Ike, you're invited to do it because it has nothing to do with the station. This is a totally different group. Anybody, the admins at Freak Show, because Jason and I are the only two people that have the information. Nobody else does. Nobody. So, and we do not give it out. So everybody's welcome to join.
No, we don't talk to anybody else, so we're called Freak Show for a reason.
Yes, we are. Because we're a bunch of freaks. Yeah, we have other freaks here too. We have a guy, Chris Stevens. He does a podcast every Friday night, and it's called Freaks in the Basement. You would actually like that, Jason. They play a lot of good music, but yeah. Oh yeah, you would love it. I'll have to hook you up with that podcast at some point. But yeah. So, anyways, that was the big announcement from Walking Dead Freak Show. We are starting the scavenger hunt pretty soon. You have a whole month to let us know that you want to play, and it'll start what will be the first or second week of October?
I don't know. Have they announced the premiere date yet?
I thought it was the 15th or something like that. I could be wrong.
Anyways, it's the week leading up to. We'll start on a Monday, and we will hunt up until Sunday.
Yep.
At 8:00 Central Time for the show.
And then we announce the winners the following day.
So, but it's fun.
It is.
Anyone's welcome. All you gotta do is find us.
Yep, just find us on Facebook, and it's a closed group, but we're still searchable, so absolutely. And I'll post a link in KBLP LLC. I'll post a link to the group, so anybody that wants to join and get in on the scavenger hunt, you can. Like I said, free prizes. It's just fun. Everybody will love it, so I guarantee you will. It's not your average scavenger hunt. So, anyway.
No, and I don't know that anybody else does it. I've seen
not to the extent that we do. No. So, it's like you said, we're called freaks for a reason. But okay. So I'm just gonna make a few other plugs here. Of course, anybody, if you want information for the station, the shows, anything like that, go to KBLP LLC on Facebook, and there's also this podcast will be on YouTube later, and you can look it up at KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube, and you can get any one of our podcasts there, and you can do it there or through speaker, whatever you want to do. Let's see, we already said the Walking Dead Freak Show, and we have some horror groups out there. True Horror Junkies, which is Denise Harris's group, and then Horror 3 Ring Circus. Well, it's technically my group, but it's really Adriana Jack's group, because she's done such a fabulous job taking over for me, because I've been kind of chaotic, crazy, busy lately with so much stuff, and she's doing a great job over there. It's her group. Go check it out. There's other groups. I can't even think of it right now because I'm tired. But anyways, if I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. I'm sure I have. But later on tonight, we have, I'm not sure if Lolita's Jams is on tonight or not, or if that's tomorrow. I think that's tomorrow. Denise will be doing Encounters tomorrow of the Strange Kind. Friday is Hollywood Review and Freaks in the Basement. Saturday is Ideas Jam. Then we're going to do Decades with Denise on Sunday. And then the following Monday, we're going to be doing Planet B.O.B. again, which, remember, is Planet B, period, O, period, B, period. Otherwise, you get sent to a pot farm. We'll be, yeah, it's true. We'll be doing fall planning for that episode, and we'll try not to scare the crap out of anybody with any skits that we do, which you all heard about that. We had an episode pulled because we emulated an apocalypse, and apparently people thought it was true, so we did like a whole War of the World things, and just kind of...
Oh, so
Yeah.
Scared
We
the listeners.
we got banned in 23 countries. Because
Nice.
yes, that podcast got pulled. We had to actually pull it from the station because they were threatening to pull it and give the station all these marks. And yeah, it was insane. I was so mad. Oh my god, because it was just so overacted and ridiculous. But yeah, apparently people bought it and they really thought that we were getting nuked by the I can't even say the country. The country that's east of Europe, you know, that's north of South Korea.
Well, people are gullible too. They'll believe anything.
Yes, they will for sure. Yeah. So, anyways, we're definitely doing things and going places, and we're gaining listeners. And you guys get in while you can and listen to all our podcasts. We have so many. Oh, and Sports with Ideas too is coming up pretty soon again. Once football starts, that's really popular. People love that show. And then you want to hear this one, Jason? One of our highest rated shows right now is a podcast that Ideas did. He just went outside and recorded the rain. Literally just recorded thunderstorms and rain, and we've had thousands of hits on it.
Oh, well.
I know, right? And I did a replays on it and looped it to where it's 2.5 hours. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you'd like to say, or anything you'd plug for anything that you would like, or?
No, I'm good on the plugs. Bring me back. I told you bring me back when y'all do the Halloween movie episode.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Halloween.
Absolutely, yeah. Denise, I believe, is going to be doing that too. So, yeah, we'll definitely have you on because I know you are a horror movie fiend. So.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't watched it, it's a nice throwback. Shudder has The Last Drive-In with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Not Billy Bob Thornton.
It's not. No, it's a. Now you're gonna drive me nuts with this.
It's Billy Bob. It's Billy Bob, but yeah, he used to do Monster Vision.
Yeah.
But I've been watching it the last few nights, and it's fantastic. So.
Yes, it's Billy Bob. But yeah, it's great. And also, have you checked out Black Mirror yet on Netflix?
I haven't watched Black Mirror. I tell you what, I've been watching, of course, The Last Drive-In, but I try to limit it out. That way I don't watch them all.
Well, if you ever get a chance, watch Black Mirror because it's kind of set up like the Twilight Zone. It's a different episode each one. Each episode has a beginning, middle, and end. None of them have anything to do with the other ones. And it's all just freaky, scary stuff. So it's really cool. Now, the very first season, the first episode has nothing to do with anything else. That one was just kind of yick. But you'll.
Wait a minute, I started watching that one, and I think it was because of that episode that I didn't watch anymore. Is that the one to where they're in England?
Yes, that was the first episode, but that believe it or not, that none of the episodes and the rest of them are just crazy scary stuff. That one, I don't know what the hell happened with that one, but that was insane.
I may skip right to episode 2 and get to the good stuff.
Yeah,
because I watched the first episode, and that's the only reason I hadn't watched it anymore.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. So yeah.
Oh, if you guys haven't watched, I'm behind an episode on it too, but Outcast, which is also a Robert Kirkman show, Robert Kirkman comic, but it's on Cinemax. If you can get Cinemax, then you can watch Outcast. It's outstanding.
Oh, is it? I'll have to definitely check it out for sure.
It's a, I don't know how to explain it. He is there's demons, an exorcist, and this guy with his special abilities. So really, it's worth watching.
Well, it kind of sounds like Preacher. I love Preacher. I don't care what anybody says. It's my guilty pleasure in life. I love Preacher.
Yeah, I watched the first half of season 1, and I there's so much I want to go back and watch on it. But
you need to. It has evolved way hell and gone away from that. So.
Well, I stay behind on everything. The only 2 shows really. Well, I kept up with Ash versus the Evil Dead. Of course, it's over now.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Which is another great show. If you didn't watch the last season, you should. Game of Thrones, of course, which we're waiting on the final season for it.
That's a you thing, but yeah.
And also, I have a Game of Thrones. It's called GOT Winter's End on Facebook as well. It's small. I only keep a handful of people in there. There's probably less than 100 members, but usually it gets pretty active too as we get closer to the show. And with it being the last season, it'll probably pick up in popularity a little bit. With it being the last season, I may do something special in GOT too as well.
There you go. So GOT Winter's End?
That's right.
Okay. So look that up on Facebook. You'll probably have more than 100 members now.
Yeah, and like I keep most of my group memberships low. Freak Show's been around we're going on to our 5th season.
Yeah,
for our 5th year.
We're around
1,000 members.
Yeah, and we weed out a lot of people too that haven't been, that's like started out in the group and like haven't done any activity in like years or having we try to do that so that way it doesn't clutter up stuff. So
well, and I don't want anything to be 5,000 members strong because everything gets so cluttered. Really, you don't.
Oh yeah.
You never can keep up with everyone. So
yeah,
I try to keep all my groups small.
Yeah, and we always answer there in that group too. So, and same with KBLP LLC. Even though we do have a lot of members there's a lot of us there that kind of we try to keep on top of stuff. So we're doing good.
But thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you for being here. I'm so glad I got you on. That was I was like last minute because Denise was like, I have to work overnight today. This is how she tells me. She goes, oh, hey, good news. You're going to be doing the show alone. I'll be like, do what? Because I was supposed to be a guest on her show tonight. I was like, I'm what?
Yeah.
That's Denise.
But it worked out just right. Usually something, you invited me on a couple of times and usually something's happened, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, my dryer went out too, so I've been trying to get my dryer fixed, and it's still not fixed, so.
Oh my God, you might have to hang up your clothes on a line, no.
Well, I know, I got a guy coming to look at it tomorrow, so hopefully I can have my dryer back up and going.
Did you actually hang clothes on a line, or did you take them to a laundromat to dry?
No, I ain't done it yet.
Oh, Lord jeez.
Well, that's what I said earlier. My laundry was starting to pile up, so.
Only you. All right.
Well, luckily, though, Sunday we were caught up on everything, though, so.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, anyways, thank you again for coming on the show. Everybody go check out all the pages, everything that we mentioned, and don't forget the scavenger hunt starting in a month and Walking Dead Freak Show. So definitely get in there, sign up for it because it's going to be so much fun and it's going to be great. Free prizes. I mean, these are actual prizes. It's not a promise of a prize. You don't have to jump through hoops or leave your name, number, and your firstborn to collect your prize. It's seriously just a prize. We mail it to you. That's it. So.
Yeah, come on over and get your nerd on, guys. It'll be fun.
Definitely. All right, so you have a good night, sir, and I'm going to leave you guys with this really weird song that I found on this free music site that, it's called Eggs, Toast, Gas, Fish by Elvis Herod. It's just a weird song. It's like 6 minutes long. It's just bizarre. I love it, of course, because it's bizarre, so I'm going to leave you guys with this song, and you all have a good night. Talk to you later. All right, good night. The Art of Darkness. That's the other one I forgot. I knew I forgot one. Sorry, Tori. So yeah, go visit The Art of Darkness, 18 plus on Facebook. So, okay, back to the song.
Eggs, toast, gas, fish. What's your favourite dish? Come on.
Okay, and I'm going to play one more song before we go. This is only a 2-minute song. This is also by the Zombie Dandies who did the Regenerate My Dead Pet. This is called The Friendly Monster Shop. Here we go. Okay, and that's it, guys. You've been listening to KBLP LLC. This is Michelle filling in for Denise Harris. And this has been Fear the Walking Dead, plus a lot of other stuff tonight. So thank you, Jason Boyce, again for joining me tonight. It was a lot of fun. I love our little conspiracies and rumors about The Walking Dead. It's so much fun to talk about. Anyways, you all have a very good night. Bye.